when I decided to go into treatment, I kept saying, I want to go someplace that I'm going to learn how to stay clean and sober. Put me in the hood, put me right in the middle of it. And that's what I went to.
What's going on, y'all? It's your favorite podcast. Your boys from Built by the Red Stick are back in the studio.
I just licked the mic by mistake. I'm sorry, y'all.
Ronnie LeDuff's the mic licker.
God,
But not wait, pause. Ronnie LeDuff, Michael Oakley, your favorite podcast, your favorite duo. Listen, we know y'all know what to do, but just out of general reminder, we
smash it.
we love when y'all smash the followers.
We love when y'all smash us.
We love when y'all leave a comment.
Engage.
We love when y'all like the videos. Also, we put it out there. We've got some good We've got some good traction with it. We got our new Patreon.
Patreon. Shout out to the people that is now monthly exclusive subscribers. Let us know in the comments how you've been enjoying the new episodes early.
Yeah.
Because I've been getting the new.
You get the new episodes early.
Like quick. You know what I'm talking about?
If you're not a member of the Patreon, you got to wait till Friday at 10 o'clock.
With the
Something
regular
might
deadlines.
come up, and everybody else is getting it at that time. But if you're a part of the Patreon, you get it Thursday, and you can. Man, did y'all see the new episode?
Yeah.
Did y'all see it?
And they're gonna be like, "No, how you seen it? Because I'm in the Patreon." You know what I'm talking about?
So we got another good episode.
Great episode.
Ronnie,
Talk to me.
are you ready?
I'm not. She got too many letters behind her name.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for the millions of viewers around the world,
And millions.
let's get
Copyright. Copyright.
We've got the best hype man on both sides of the Mississippi River
And the Chaffalai.
and the Atchafalaya.
Yes, Lord.
You can get hyped up from him from the Rockies to the Appalachians.
The Appalachians? Where that's at?
Isn't that's a mountain range?
Appalachians.
From the East Coast
Y'all gonna
to
make
the
me
West
spit.
Coast, from Canada to Mexico, from all over the world. I hype him up so he can hype them up. The one, the only, Ronnie LeDuff.
Mr. Appalachian himself. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have a very special treat in the building today.
Real big speaker.
This lady has been sober longer than I've been living. And I meant that she had too many letters.
First off,
I'm 24.
First off,
I'm 24.
No.
you old.
I'm 24.
You old.
I'm 24.
Don't
I don't
nobody
know what
believe
y'all
that.
saw. Anyway,
No.
she does have too many letters behind her name. Like, I always joke with her about that. I got to save it on my phone as such and such, L, B, C, K, U, P, H, I, W, P, L, P, O, L, P, A.
And it all ends with an
SPD.
S because she got the supervisor.
Yes, Lord. I mean, this lady voice been ringing in rooms of recovery. But like I said, her name be ringing in all the rooms, got a powerful voice. We finally got the opportunity to get her here so that y'all can understand why she's so important. Talk to me.
This is also our first guest booked by our new manager.
This is the first guest booked by our new manager, Miss Kayla LeDuff. I'm going to have to reward you later.
That last name sounds familiar.
Yeah, she all right. She, keep around the house a time or two.
We're not gonna talk about my cousin. That's my
the
cousin.
wifey. And so she came out swinging with her first one.
First one.
Like, this is crazy. You know what? I'm not going to even hold y'all hostage any longer. We're going to get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Miss Donna Burks in the Built by the Red Stick building. Give her a hand.
Hey! Oh my God! Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome,
good
welcome.
morning, good evening, wherever it
Hey.
is where you're at.
First, I want to say thank you. It's been a pleasure to be asked to come and speak,
Well,
even though, I'm trying to figure out what am I going to even talk about.
Yourself.
Hey,
That's good enough for us.
That's me?
That's what the people here for.
it's me.
They're here for you. Like we tell everybody, this is your show. We just host it.
Yeah.
They want to see you.
I mean, you guys are two amazing hosts.
Check
And
must have cleared.
voice, I'm silly.
So
But
go ahead. I'm sorry.
ahead.
No, I was just going to say before we get started, introduce yourself to the people. Tell them who you are, what you do.
okay, my name is Donna Burks. I am an LPC.
Ooh.
And
Notice,
something else. You got a
notice she
lot of-
didn't say LMSW.
But she got a lot of stuff, though.
I'm over
It's
here
more than
stirring
that.
the
She's
pot.
just going with the highest first.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I currently am working as a crisis interventionist counselor with Southern University.
Yes, Lord. Shout out. Let me tell
Yes.
you about the Southern
know what?
University.
We gotta give her an SU colorway built by the Red Stick shirt. We gotta give her one.
Yeah, I'd like
She
that.
gonna wear it to group.
You
I mean,
know
to
it.
class.
To class.
I love it. Shout out my son.
You mean-
and they that population need that type of stuff.
Yes.
Because we talk
yes.
about this a lot.
Yes.
The underserved, communities and yeah, for sure.
So that's why I said, I've been up there maybe about 2 years now.
Okay.
Went up there on a grant. My grant ends in September, but guess what?
God did.
What? He stepped in. So I will continue my work with Southern University. I am what they call the after-hours counselor. So when the counseling center closes, that's when I come on.
Got you.
And before they open up, I'm there.
And a lot of times that's when the crisis happen. Not saying they don't happen in the daytime. But,
Yeah, but the nighttime.
nighttime.
Like I said, once the sun goes down-
Michael Jackson said it best.
What they
That's
say,
when it
idle
begins.
time's the devil's playground.
Yep. It's after midnight. It's something.
Oh, I didn't know you sing too, Ronnie.
This man of many talents.
Oh, okay,
Man of
good.
many talents.
Yeah, so, but anyway, with that, thank you for that solo. I have a journey.
Michael, a little closer.
I have a journey,
Pull it to you. There you go. In the back. Sit back. All right.
and my journey's been amazing. I can't even complain.
So off camera, we talked about, you made the reference of moving to Louisiana. Where are you originally from?
I'm originally from California,
California.
California.
the Bay Area, born and raised Berkeley.
Okay.
Berkeley. That's where the rich people from. That's where USC at it, huh?
No, that's where UC Berkeley is.
University of California, Berkeley.
UCB?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then UC Irvine? Oh, that's Irvine.
That's Southern California.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going in the wrong direction.
So Berkeley, Beverly Hills, that's like the...
Nowhere near.
Oh,
Nowhere near.
I tried it.
That's okay.
It's
It's okay. It's
well,
okay.
let's start from the beginning. What was growing up in California in your shoes like? What was that like?
It was a normal life, 2-parent household, and just did the normal. Kid, I was spoiled by my daddy. I was a daddy's girl.
Girl,
See,
are you the only daughter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
How about the only child?
See, I
Oh,
wasn't.
you the only child.
Yes.
I wasn't spoiled. I wasn't. I was loved.
Well, you can call it love.
He
I call it
lying.
spoiled.
I look at him.
I was.
Try to make yourself feel better.
You
was
and
the only child. Oh yeah, it's up.
yeah. But went to all the fancy places, a part of the organizations that was in the cotillion, went to the private school. Well, let me tell you the story how I got to the private school. Okay, I was at Berkeley High, and it was the first semester of my 10th grade year. I came home with the report card, and it had every grade you could get. And I got the A in sex education. Yeah.
They ain't feeling that.
No.
That is girl.
No.
Oh no, baby.
He said, you have two choices. And I'm like, okay, what are the choices? Happy. He said, holy names or presentation, which one you want? I said, those are all girl Catholic schools.
He
And
said
says,
exactly.
holy names, presentation, which one you want? Well, I had to think about it because holy names was in Oakland, presentation was in Berkeley. I said, well, let me go to the one in Oakland, further away from home,
Yeah.
So if I got to come get me, they got to travel. So I did. I went to Holy Names.
So y'all lived on campus at these private schools?
No. But if they had to come get me, they were going to have to get in their car and come get me.
Got you.
If I was at a presentation, they probably would say, you can walk home.
Yeah, got you. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So I wasn't your outdoor child. So I went to Holy Names, and I did pretty good. It was an adjustment, though, coming from public, going into private, because they was just like that lovey-dovey and, wanting to touch you and everything, and I didn't deal with that very well. So I did, and I did okay, you know. From there, I decided I was going to go to San Jose State,
Okay.
okay? But I wasn't ready. Now I can see I wasn't ready. Yeah. Because I went up there and partied. Yeah.
And that's when you start getting introduced to
Mm-hmm.
that wild side.
Mm-hmm. The lightweight drugs. Then it turned to cocaine
What's
and
a lightweight drug?
marijuana.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
the gateway,
Gotcha. Gateway. Okay, gotcha.
the gateway drug, and the alcohol.
Yeah.
So when I got that letter, I got the letter saying that I was being kicked out.
No probation or nothing. Straight to kicked out.
Oh, I got all that. But,
But then,
know.
we just fast forward a little. I got you.
yeah, because nothing changed.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I had to pack my stuff up in my car and get home and had to go to my dad and say, look, I got a plan. I got a plan. So I went back. I went to a junior college, got my GPA back up, and then I went to San Francisco State,
Okay.
back into my 4 year. But I had the opportunity to work. So that's what I did. I went into that corporate world. And I
So
never,
what was your major?
then
Yes, ma'am.
business.
Okay. Okay.
Business. So then, but you know, that corporate world had a lot of activity going on in there too.
A lot
Wolf
of
of Wall-
cocaine.
Wolf of Wall Street,
Yeah.
baby, Quaaludes and all that good stuff back then.
Yeah.
Not
So
showing your age. My bad. I'm sorry.
it's okay. But anyway, so the cocaine was something that was introduced heavily.
Yeah.
Then they called it freebase back then,
Yeah.
was introduced
Yep.
back then. So that was the beginning of the addiction. You know, kind of did off and on, but as time went on, I found out that my addiction was causing some problems. You know, it really was. The way I was producing at work, you know, I progressed very high at. I was at a copier company, and did very well, but then I said, got tired of that. Went to another copier company, and it just was not satisfied. I was not satisfied. So,
What do you think? You know, I had a mentor tell me one time. He said, he said, I think there's two types of users, right? There's the ones who use because they need to, and then there's ones that use because they want to when they start off, right? So, what do you think was the attraction towards using? Was it running away for something or just experimenting with something and
I would say more or less like experimenting because back then it was glorified.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're in the corporate world. This is what we do. So that's what
So
I did.
and kind of back to my question, even before the corporate world, you was doing just the lightweight drugs, and then you progressed when you got to the corporate world to the heavyweight stuff. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the transition.
And
So, well, just to clarify it for the listeners, so even when you was doing the lightweight stuff, you still wasn't running from nothing. It was just because, hey, that's what my friends doing.
Yeah.
It look like they having fun.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
so when was that first moment where the lifestyle kind of punched you down and maybe there was a consequence or the self-defeating thoughts or the whatever it may be?
Well, I would say I was still not in the well, yeah, it was per se corporate world. It was a delivery service that I was working for. Had gotten up into management, but I started finding myself using at work.
Yeah.
I was using it at work.
Freebasing at work.
What? Yeah. Smoking that stuff at work.
And nobody would be like, well, what's that smell?
No. Mm-mm. No. And that's what's so crazy. Nobody knew until, it was just, I think I was starting to get tired, sick and tired, but I just quit my job.
Just up and quit.
What? I went in there and I said, you know what? I'm out of here. And they said, where you going? I said, I'm going home. They said, okay, we'll see you tomorrow. No, you won't.
I'm done.
Because I could not continue to do it there.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I can continue to do it at home, but I can continue to do it there. And that's how that crazy thinking was. You know, it's like, oh no, I can't keep getting high at work. Let me go get high at home.
So you was gonna become a professional freebaser.
Right.
Mm.
And so was home, you had moved out, or was home still with mom and dad?
No, I had my own place.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you quit your job and
Well, that was like
completely downhill or slow?
no, because I think I was on my way at that point downhill because that was like in October.
Okay.
And, you know, I kind of stayed out there a little bit longer, but it was November 24th, 2000. Was out there doing my thing, and it just wasn't happening. Something was not happening. And I said, oh no, this isn't good. So I told them, I said, look, I'm about to go home. And they said, what? And I'm like, yeah. Here, y'all can have all this. I got to go. Because something was coming over me at that point. I don't know if it was that spiritual experience that was taking over,
Absolutely.
but I did. And when I got outside of this person's home, there was this light. And every time I talk about it, I get this chill because this light, and I turn around and the light wasn't there. And I'm like, but I could still see it. So I got in my car and I was like, this is crazy. And I turned around and I saw this light and I said, oh God, I'm losing my mind. At that point, I became paranoid. I turned all my mirrors in, turned all the mirrors up so I would not see this light. Started driving home.
Blind.
Then all of a sudden I hear this ding, 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 ding. I was out of gas. I was running out of gas. But I was too paranoid to stop. And I said, I'm not going to my house because if I die, I don't want to die alone. Drove to my parents' house. As soon as I pulled in their driveway, that car died. And I was like, wow. Still not thinking. So I ran in the house, ran upstairs, and I just got on my knees at that point. And I said, God, if you remove this desire and this taste out of my mouth, I promise I will never, ever touch another drug, drink, or anything ever again. That was the 23rd. The next day was Thanksgiving. I woke up, and it was just like I felt something had been lifted off of me. And I knew at that point that's what it was. So that was my recovery day, November 24th, 2000.
So what was your upbringing as far as spirituality? Because I know you referenced God in this moment of darkness. Like you grew up.
Spiritual, not. Religious, yes.
Got you. Yeah.
Yes. But I never felt I was growing in that church.
Yeah.
Never.
So, and we'll get to, you know, what the steps that you took to get where you are today, but to just kind of flash forward and talk about some things that you do in your work today at the pinnacle of what some people work towards, right? Like you had entered corporate America, you had worked your way up. I can imagine you're probably making a pretty good living. You have of course, the demons of addiction fighting you, but from the outside, a lot of people probably saw this put together corporate America young lady who's succeeding and stuff. Can you talk about like some of the things that you tell some people that you work with that are maybe like experiencing that, like as far as like the always wanting more and thinking that's going to create happiness versus what we'll probably find out was you seeking spirituality that led to your happiness?
You said that for me. I feel like you taking shots at me right now, so I'm all ears. Do tell.
Well, you know, oh God, you know how they always say you're not happy when you're at the top?
Yeah,
And that's where I was.
absolutely.
I was not happy. You know, I did everything that was expected of me. You know, you go to college, you know, you get married, you have a child, and you get in your career. And I did that for so long. But something came and I believe, you know how in certain households, you don't talk about certain things,
Yeah.
the addiction, the mental health. We didn't talk about those things.
Absolutely.
Because, as I went through this process, that was when I learned that there are some mental health issues that I was dealing with.
Yeah.
But as I continued, I guess once I came out of treatment or during treatment, suppression, I had suppressed things for so long.
Yeah.
And it was just one traumatic incident that I had suppressed for so long. But it came out when I was in treatment.
Yeah.
And it was so crazy how it came out. I had gone to one 30-day prior to this, and, that was just a little vacation, right?
Yeah.
You come back out, you start doing the same thing. Hey,
Yeah.
you put on a few little pounds,
Mm-hmm.
and you'd be like, okay, well, them pounds gone. But when I decided to go into treatment, I kept saying, I want to go someplace that I'm going to learn how to stay clean and sober.
Yeah.
Put me in the hood, put me right in the middle of it. And that's what I went to. It was right in the middle of the hood: prostitution, drug use, everything. And so every morning we used to go on these walks.
In the hood?
Yeah, as a
That's
group.
smart. That's
Yeah,
smart.
yeah.
That's smart.
We had to go for walks, So we would always, when we'd walk out of the house, we'd always go to the left. And something said, well, let's go to the right. So we walked to the right, and we're walking, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, we got to this one place. It was like an over ramp because the interstate was right there. And when I got there, it was like my whole body locked up. It froze. And I said, oh no, I got to go back to the house. So we go back. Second day, did the same thing. And I was talking to my counselor about it. I said, something is stopping me from going past this point. So that's when her and I talked about the situation that occurred.
The
And
one that was suppressed.
she said, you got to figure out how to get past that point. And I said, I don't know. I said, I can't do it as a group. I said, because I don't know. I don't know if it's the shame or guilt or whatever, but I said, I can't do it as a group. She goes, who do you trust here? So it was this one girl. I can't even remember the girl's name. But I trusted her at that point. So I said, well, can I just walk with her? So as we
Is that
started,
employee or peer?
she was a peer.
Okay. Okay.
So we were walking and just talking, because I kept trying not to focus on where I was. Yeah. But it seemed like once I got to that point, I stopped. And she said, so we kind of like stood there and we talked. And she said, so is this the spot? And I'm like, yeah, this is it. This is where it's not letting me go any further. And she said, well, let's take it slow. So finally, we got past that point. And I said, oh, I got to make a right. And she said, why a right? I said, I don't know. So when we made that right, I started walking. I had my eyes closed. And I stopped in front of this house. And that was the house where this situation occurred. And it was just like, this is it. This is the place. And she was like, what place? I said, this is where all this happened. And she was like, wow. I said, yeah, this is it. So I said, I got to go back to the house. So we went back to the house, and I was able to explain to my counselor. I said, I did it. I got past that. And she said, you did. How do you feel? I felt so relieved. Because that was going to stop me from staying clean and sober.
Absolutely.
It was going to stop me, and I knew that. So, yeah.
So is this something that happened during addiction, and then once that happened, you noticed the drugs help you suppress it even more?
Well, the drugs help suppress.
Right.
Yes, definitely. I think I was still casually using, but I wasn't. I think I was doing, like social drinking.
Right. And so now looking back at it, you can kind of see where that may have been the catalyst to kind of
Yep.
do even more, like hard.
launch us into that
Yeah.
realm. So
What was I know you. I wanted to ask this at first. What was the relationship with your parents leading up to November 23rd, 2000?
It was rough
Yeah.
for them. It was really rough. My father tried to support it as much as he could without being an enabler.
Yeah.
But my mother, on the other hand, she just could not grasp it. She didn't understand what addiction was.
Yeah.
And that was one thing that I did tell her, that if that when I decided to make this transition, that she had to be a part of my sobriety. She had to. So it was like, either you're going to learn about addiction, or you're not going to be able to be, I'm not going to be able to be in your presence, pretty much.
How you tell your mama that, man?
It was like an ultimatum.
boundary to
Yeah, for real.
to love yourself.
I had to, because when I was at the other place, that was like a resort. We,
The passages.
we went, it was up in Santa Cruz by the beach, horseback riding. So that was and my father would come up there every weekend. Every weekend. One weekend he didn't come, but somebody else did. So I had people coming up there every weekend.
That was 90 back then. It was still 90-day treatment.
No, this was a 30-day.
30 day. Okay.
But my last treatment was 6 months.
So, just to bring it back a little bit, November 23rd, you have the prayer. November 24th, Thanksgiving, you wake up, you feel that lift. Obviously, you said you ended up going to treatment after that. So, what was that process? Was it you stopped using, but needed help and needed guidance?
Because it was a feeling. I had this feeling, and I said, whatever this feeling is, I don't want to lose this. I want to keep this feeling. So I got on the phone, started calling treatment facilities that following Monday. So that weekend, I had to stay clean and somewhere. I just stayed in the house. Took a shower, sat on the couch. Didn't go anywhere because I did not want to lose that feeling. And I know if I would have stepped out that front door, it would have happened.
Yeah.
I mean, it just, I've been on, Ronnie knows this. I've been exploring spirituality through like a different prism recently. And, one of the things I've been reading about is grace. And so like it shows how powerful God's grace is to keep you. Because I mean, I know for me, left up to my own devices, no matter what, even as much as I want to, I had that moment where I'm never gonna do this again. I'm never gonna do this again. And like I remember one time I went on a cruise, detoxed the whole cruise. Towards the end of it, started feeling better, and I'm like, man, I got it. This is what I needed. I just needed to get away. We docked in New Orleans, and we started driving back. And halfway driving back, I was on the phone scheduling it.
Okay, yeah.
And so like just you talking about that and having that power of like what I can only attribute to God's grace being able to hold you
That's
off.
all it
I'm
was.
going through that door.
Yeah.
I ain't that shower with nothing holding me back.
I mean, I knew that's what it was, but I didn't know anything about sobriety. I didn't know anything about recovery. I had a cousin that had gone to treatment. And, I think that was the little encouragement.
So when you was holding yourself hostage, trying to stay clean, when you went to treatment, that was your first time going to treatment? That was the second time.
Second.
But it was like you said, it was horseback. It wasn't real recovery. So that's why they say you ain't know nothing about recovery. Okay, I got you.
So when I did, I called a couple of places, and the first one I was like, I don't like how this person sound. Of course, trying to come up with excuses.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I said, I didn't like how this person sound. So I called another one, and it was called Chrysalis. And I started thinking, Chrysalis, that's a cocoon. The lady was so calm. Her voice was soothing. She said, well, can you come in Wednesday? No, she said, can you come in tomorrow for an interview? I said, yeah, I can. So I went into the interview, and this woman said, long story short, well, we don't have any beds. It may be about 2 weeks. And I said, well, let me tell you where I'm going to be in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Rolling Hill Cemetery.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going to be. She goes, okay. Well, can you give me by close of business? And I said, sure, I can. So I went back home. A lady called me at about 3:55. I'll never forget that time. And said, can you be here tomorrow morning? What time? She said, 8 o'clock. I said, I'll be there at 7:30.
Yes, indeed.
I'll be there at 7:30. She said, make sure you have enough clothes. I said, don't worry, I'm going to have enough.
Yeah. And it's the one in the hood.
Yeah.
So you spent 6 months there. What was that first year of sobriety like?
It was challenging. It was, I had a very strict counselor. You know how they say do 30 meetings in 30 days? She said, no. She said, you need to do 90 meetings in 30 days.
That's 3 meetings a day.
Yes. She said, you're not
Yeah.
doing anything else. You're not working. So why not? Why can't you go to 3 meetings a day? And she said, and I want you to show me proof. And I did that first month. But I got what I needed that first month.
Yeah.
And then thereafter, I had to, I'm like 7 months sober. And then we were getting ready, my parents were getting ready to move here in this lovely state of Louisiana.
I was about to get here. I was about to get there. I was like, how do you come to?
Yeah, my parents are from here.
Okay.
Culture shock.
So it was a smooth transition.
Had you ever visited in your childhood with them being from here?
Oh yeah, we used to come like every other year.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I
You
was
got a little
familiar.
at it.
Yeah, but not where, okay, I'm here for real now. But the transition was good. It was really good. So we landed January 16th, 2002.
So y'all flew, and then all y'all property followed y'all?
Mm-hmm. That boy's some silly. So that boy is silly. He really is.
The crazy thing is, too,
You spot it. I can spot it.
Ronnie be acting, every time we have a guest or something, he be acting, this guy's got money. But he failed to tell you, so does he.
No, man. If I'm moving, I'm driving the truck.
No, you're not.
After I loaded it.
This man's mom and dad bought him a sobriety gift for month 1 through 12.
They love it.
Exactly, huh?
They loved it. That car you see outside, that was the last one. Still rocking and
Yes,
rolling with that baby, too.
Yeah. But yeah, so we landed January 16th. January 18th, my father passed.
Oh.
Unexpected.
Yeah.
And you early in sobriety.
Early. You picked up on that. A lot of people don't pick up on it.
Oh.
Man.
So guess what? Guess what I wanted to do?
Yeah, man.
Did not want to feel what I was feeling
Exactly.
at that point.
Goodness gracious.
But
100%.
I had a strong support system. Strong.
It wasn't no support system strong enough. God had a plan for you.
What?
That's all it was.
Woo.
I'm sorry.
He really did.
Yeah.
He placed the people that I needed at that point in time in my life. So, I had to, but it was just like, and I learned how to be humble. Oh, did I learn how to be humble?
Whew.
Like I said, coming from, I forgot to tell you, when I said I had quit my job, they didn't let me quit. They didn't let me quit.
That's illegal, huh?
They said, we're not accepting your resignation.
You might have a lawsuit.
So,
Gordon.
because I think they pretty knew what was going on.
Yeah.
So they said, no, we're not going to let you go. We're going to give you this opportunity. So I had a bunch of vacation time. So I used all the vacation. And then after I told them my father passed, they said, okay, well, we're going to give you a sabbatical. They still didn't want to let me go.
So we're a year and some change out.
How about that?
So you transferred. Wait.
No, they just gave her
They just kept giving me
vacation,
time.
sabbatical. She's on paid leave at this point.
Dang.
Yeah. But when I called them and said, look, this is not going to happen. I know I'm not coming back, so I need you to release this so that you can get somebody in there to do that job.
Like, I'm not even living there no more. What's a sabbatical? I'm sorry, I couldn't go on no further.
Like,
Time off.
yeah.
Okay.
They honor you time off.
Okay. Is
Yeah.
that like if your wife have a baby or something?
No, that's called maternity leave.
Okay.
Yeah,
But for the male, it's called paternity leave.
paternity. But no, it's just like FMLA maybe.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
You know, in Europe, there's countries that give the husband 3 months paternity leave.
I seen it. I think we talked about this before.
What are we doing?
Yep. They got some countries where
Sorry, Rick, squirrel moment.
the male get more time off than the mom.
Yes.
Squirrel moment. Sorry.
Nah, sabbatical. You learn something every day.
Yeah. So when I did, made that decision, knew I wasn't going back, I had to find a job. Yeah.
Did you and your mom get closer at this point, or it kind of drove a little wedge?
We talked about it. We had talked about it.
Yeah.
So, I've heard, I mean, working with a lot of people and just meeting a lot of people and that are in the sober and recovery and stuff. I've seen a lot of people, whether it be for job or family or whatever it be, move.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they're not as dedicated or driven to embrace themselves into a new fellowship and a new state and everything. Do you think that you would have done it no matter what, or do you think your dad's passing kind of was that push for you to dive into the fellowship?
Good observation.
It was that push because I knew I wanted to do what he would like for me to have been doing.
Yeah.
And that's what it was, But as I mentioned, I learned how to be humble because, I'm coming from a job that was paying a substantial amount of money, to my lifestyle. And then,
The state ran by Governor Edwin Edwards.
oh my God, when they kept saying $7.50, and I'm like, what is that?
$7.50.
Minimum wage.
That wasn't what it was back then.
In 2002.
Mm-hmm.
Minimum wage was $5.15. I was making it at McDonald's. It's $7 now.
Yeah. So you was getting $2 over minimum wage.
Okay, but
Still ain't.
right. And I mean, I'm telling you, it was like, so I went to one place and, after all this $7.50, I was like, I don't know if this is really going to work.
That was a blessing.
So when I went to this one place, the guy says, oh yeah, well, good interview. He says, I really like you. He says, well, we can pay you $750. So in my head, I'm thinking $750 a week. Okay, that will work. I can deal with that. I can work that. He said, no, $7.50. And at that point, like I said, I had to learn how to be humble and acceptance. So I did. I took that little $7.50 job, but I moved up in that company because I told him, I said, I have to start somewhere, sir.
Yeah.
So at that point in time, my boyfriend said, okay, you got a little job. Yeah, I did. And he says, you want me to send you a car? I said, mm-mm.
You ain't got a boyfriend kind of quick, huh?
Oh, we were dating before I went into treatment.
Yeah.
He followed you from California?
No, he was living in California. He stayed in California.
She said she called him and
Man, that ain't no boyfriend.
What was it?
Somebody that lived back at home.
We had been dating for years.
I don't do long
so
distance.
messy, bro.
But like I said, in my head at one point in time, I thought I was going back.
Like a long distance relationship to me is like a cell phone tower. The further you get away from that tower, the weaker the signal.
Anyway,
You so messy,
that
bro.
boy, oh my God.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Miss Donna. This your
I
story.
don't even know what to say.
All right, your boyfriend said
Oh
congratulations.
yeah, he wanted me to send my car, and I'm like, no, don't send that car.
Yeah.
No, because it was not the car for me to be driving up to a job paying $7.50 an
What you
hour.
had?
It wasn't a car that she's supposed to be driving to a $7.50 an hour job.
No,
That's what kind of car
She
she
had a
had.
Beamer.
no.
Oh. A Audi?
Keep going.
Mercedes? A Lambo?
It was a Porsche.
A Porsche? The one from Bad Boys? A 911?
Anyway, it was a Boxer.
I'm worrying about her car.
A Boxster.
Red.
Blue.
You went to the interview in that car?
No, her car was in California.
I didn't have a car.
That's why she called her I said husband, her boyfriend. He
The dude
said,
that lived
"Oh,
in California.
The one that lived in
said,
California.
oh, you got a job. Do you want me to send you your car?" And she said, "No, don't send me that car."
All right, I'm here now.
So guess what I did? I went to the dealership and I bought me a Ford Focus.
Before you got the job?
No, once I got the job. Yeah, I went and bought me a Ford Focus. Blew the engine out 2 times.
You got to think though. I see your wheels running. It's not like didn't work for a year. She had been getting paid from her other job
that's right,
for
with
a
the
year.
sabbatical.
Yes.
Dang. But anyway, during this time frame, I decided I need to go back to school.
That's where I was getting. When did that come into play?
2002.
Okay.
So I went back to school, finished up my undergrad in business, decided I can't really do anything with this. So went back in my master's in human resource management and didn't like it.
Yeah.
Wasn't happy with that. Went back and got another master's, and that was in the mental health substance abuse counseling.
She got more masters than most golfers.
And most student loans than a little bit.
And that's where I'm at today. That's how I got into this field, because I always said I wanted to be in a field where I could give back what was given to me.
So let's talk about that. When was the first opportunity in this field?
I think where O'Brien. Can I say?
They had some good treatment back then. Yeah.
Oh, O'Brien House.
Yeah.
We love
O'Brien House. I was able to do my intern and my practicum there. So that was, and it was interesting. I just sent an email because I had to find a place to do an intern.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'll never forget Emily George. She responded back immediately, and she said, "Sure."
That was like the only place here at one point too in Baton Rouge.
Back then.
Yeah.
That was 2015. Oh, no. I started there 2012, I think it was. 12,
Okay.
13, maybe 13.
First attempt at getting sober. You didn't run across
2013?
her path then?
I went to Ethel.
You went to Ethel.
Yeah, Woodlake.
Mm-hmm.
That's where
Yeah.
I went the first time.
Okay.
And the second. The third.
Oh, my God. I'm
Fourth. And the fifth.
really?
Yeah, I was consistent.
Well, good. I'm glad you were consistent with it.
So before you got your first opportunity in 2013, you just school and working the little odd jobs here, working a little job.
Mm-hmm. That was it.
And still, like, what's the relationship with mom then? How's her mental health? Like, are you able to be there for her? Are you like what's she?
You mean now?
Then back, like, y'all move here, pop.
Oh, we kind of talked about, her saying, "Hey, it's only you and me now." And I said, "Yeah, well, no, it's you, me, and my son. It's 3 of us." She, because her and my dad have been together for over 50 years.
Ooh, it's like
We
part
gotta
of her love.
we gotta rewind.
So you had a son with the long distance
That's
dude.
what I'm trying. When
No.
the sun come up.
No.
See that weak signal? Come on, man, you gotta be with me when I'm right.
No, I was married. I had a husband
Back in California.
back in California. And then, me and my husband, we separated.
Oh, you brought the kid with you.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah,
You told us before we started filming the kid's 41 or about to be 41.
about to be 40.
40.
Damn.
You about to be 40.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm like, what you damning about?
shock fact. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Subscribe right now.
So I always like to, ask this question just because I started going to treatment in 2013, and so I started working in treatment in 2016. But what do you find as some of the major differences between philosophies and approaches from when you started to where you are now?
When I started, you mean started counseling?
Yeah, it's like started working in the treatment world in 2012. 'Cause it's changed a lot. Treatment's changed a lot. Over
Treatment has changed a
the
lot.
last 4 years, 5 years.
Hey,
it's
I'm about to
changed
say since I've been sober.
Well, I don't feel. I don't know. I don't know how to say that.
I'll tell you my perspective.
Okay,
I think
tell
it's
me
gotten-
yours, and I
think
can
it's
see.
gotten real soft.
Okay, there you go. There you go. I mean, I didn't know. Because a lot of people are not as passionate about the sobriety. They're not as passionate about recovery. They're not taking this serious. This is a serious thing. This is a person's lifeline that you're dealing with.
Yeah.
You know, I just had a recent because somebody didn't appreciate me challenging them.
Yeah.
So they don't want me as their counselor.
Right.
And I'm like, I respect that. But
These streets ain't gonna play with you.
no,
They gonna challenge you.
exactly.
They gonna challenge you.
Exactly. But, you know, I've always been the type of counselor that's, I'm going to be real with you. You know, I'm all, you know.
You think that's that West Coast coming out of you, or is that what worked for you when you got sober?
That's what worked for me when I got sober.
Yeah.
You know, I went in, everybody was, you know, very compassionate. Now, I'm going to be compassionate with you, but I'm going to get real with you, too.
Yeah, facts.
And that's where, you know, you have to. And if you're not ready to be honest with then there's really
Wasting
nothing
my
I
time
can
and
do.
somebody else's time who probably
Exactly.
wanted it, and you holding up a chair for them, a bed. I
And
get
that-
you.
One of my
I'm
favorite
there with
sayings
you.
is the truth sounds like hate to people who hate to hear the truth.
Yes, Lord.
Right. And that's so true.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you're ready, you're ready. If you're not, you're not. And
Absolutely.
because, like I said, you know, at the Bridge Center, you know, we have people come in with drugs. It's like, why are you bringing drugs and you asking for help? Something, you
Putting
know.
somebody else's life.
We have people
in
that,
danger.
you know, have OD'd right there on the units.
Yeah.
Never understood that. Like, and listen, I understand addiction. I promise. I understand when that monkey is on your back, and and you're gonna use. But like the using in treatment or the using in sober living, I never understood because for me, it never, ever sounded like a good idea to get high
Facts.
and act like I wasn't.
That's
Right? I
facts.
can't.
No,
I
that's
can't.
real. Like, I never wanted to get high in jail. I was a model citizen, which I probably should have been in my freedom, but I go to jail. I'm the most upstanding, trusty, upright. I go to treatment. I'm sitting
Okay.
front row. I'm the teacher's pet.
Right.
Like, man, I'm finna go to treatment and get high.
Right. I never could understand it. It doesn't make sense.
Like I said, don't get me wrong. I understand when that monkey, because I had it on me many a times. The monkey was on my back. I went and got dope. I did my dope. I never brought it back. I never went to treatment, tried to sneak it in.
Right.
It just wasn't.
Yeah, dude. I went
And
to
that's what
treatment
I'm
to
saying.
detox.
It's like, why do that? If you're not ready, you're not ready. I can respect that better than you coming in here disrespecting
Exactly.
this facility.
Yeah, and not even a disrespect for me. It's not gonna make it to treatment. I've got high on the way to treatment,
Right.
but I'm not finna just ration it to be doing it during treatment. Like, I'm
Exactly.
all in.
Right. Exactly.
I
Exactly.
told many of clients, like I've had clients sit down and they will give me every excuse in the book on why they're AMAN. And then I've had a client sit down and tell me, I'm going to get high. I can respect that.
I can
I can
exactly.
respect that.
Exactly.
I don't want you to.
But if that's what you need to do and then
I'm
come
gonna pray that
back,
you can come back. I'm
you can
gonna
come
pray that you
back.
make it-
Yes.
So as we kind of get to our end, we normally end with 3 questions. First, what's next for Miss Donna?
I would say, like I said, just building on what I have right now, trying to make an impact on Southern University campus with the students. And I mean, that's something that I'm really passionate about, just wanting to make them understand that, hey, help is there.
And as a counselor, and me and Ronnie have talked about this a lot of times, and so I'm going to bring it up, especially with you working at Southern's campus, which is a predominantly black campus. What have you seen as maybe growth, or is there still a lot of work with the black community identifying mental health and being okay with talking about it?
Good question, man.
Well, there's a lot of opportunity, a lot of opportunity because so many people don't understand. And that's why I always educate. First of all, there's a difference between mental health and mental illness. There is a big difference. We can have a mental health crisis, which is only temporary. That's something that's only temporary, and that's what I tried to help them understand. I know you're coming in from out of state. You're going to be lonely. You don't have any family here. But that's what I'm here for, And I get students, and they'll call me, oh, my God, some of the questions. But one thing that we have to understand, and that's what I keep trying to tell everybody, is that if I don't know, trust me, I'm going to find out for you. Or either I'm gonna direct you in the direction that you need. But I don't want them to be ashamed, and some of them may be ashamed to walk into the counseling center and be seen. So they'll wait till after 5 and call me.
I love how you put that, though. It's the difference between mental health and mental illness.
I love that. I'm stealing that.
Yeah,
I'm stealing that. That's beautiful.
That. Yeah,
because so many people don't put that together.
Right.
It's so true.
And I was just going to say it makes so much sense now that you said that.
It is, and, I even have an unmarked car if I have to transport. If I'm bringing them to the counseling center, to the Bridge Center or even the Regions. You'll never see a police car pull up there.
Absolutely.
It's an unmarked car.
Shout out to Bridge Center and Regions Behavioral Hospital, doing great work.
And Southern University.
And Southern,
don't
always got a place in my heart.
Don't leave out the big
we have Southern University color built by the Red Sticks because
yes.
Even though I ain't graduate, I still say that's my alma mater.
So, our next question: as a woman who is as smart, as determined, as ambitious as you have come off and just exude, there's probably been a lot of opportunities for you in life. What's your, because everybody knows the mental health field ain't filled with billionaires and millionaires. Mm-mm. So what's your why?
My why is, like I said, I wanted to be able to give back. And I said that the day I stepped out of treatment, but I never thought that it would happen. Mm-hmm. And here I am today, just taking the opportunity to give back what was so freely given to me. But like I said, the Bridge Center they pushed me, and I really appreciate them so much. They pushed me to make things or to put me in a place where I needed to be.
Absolutely.
Because, my forte was substance. That's all I'm going to do. Yep. That's all I'm going to do, substance. Yep. But they said, no, you're going to do mental health.
Yep.
And I'm so grateful for that.
I was the same way because I was heavy substance, and then I got the job opportunity at Regions, and I'm like, they go hand in hand.
Yeah. Right.
Like, this is where the real miracles can happen.
I know it.
Is Miss Sharon still there? Yeah. Okay, I'll talk to you.
So as our final thing, if somebody's listening right now and relates to your story and just feels stuck and just feel whatever they're going through right now, what's some words of inspiration you would leave them with?
Don't give up. Don't give up.
Never give up.
Never. If this is something you want, you can get it.
100%.
Fight for it like your life depends on it.
What?
Absolutely.
You fought to get them drugs?
Look, that's instantly where my mind went, because I came in there scraping and crawling and clawing and hanging on to anything I could.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Ronnie, you have to answer. Ronnie, I know you don't want to answer because of the next statement, but you have to answer. Ronnie, unfortunately, we've got to your least favorite time.
The Wi-Fi bad.
What?
Unfortunately, we have come to your least favorite time of the episode.
And what time is that?
The closing.
Oh.
I hate it when we gotta go. It's my out-of-body experience. This is very therapeutic for me.
I can see.
Through the hustle and bustle throughout the day, we doing this, we doing that. We got family, we got kids, we got wives, we got lives, but then we can just come here.
You got wife.
Yeah, you're right. I'm putting one in your future. Oh, speaking of, y'all.
What?
Add a new tier to the Patreon.
No, we're not.
For $17.99 a month, you can not only go with Mike to play a round of golf, he'll drive you around on the golf court, he'll bring you home, open your door, and make sure you get inside safely for $17.99 a month on the Patreon. Thank you for helping me remind that. So for $12.99, you get exclusive phone-to-phone conversation with him for 4 hours a night. But for $17.99, you go play golf with him. He's going to drive you around. And then bring you home. Yes.
Take us out. Tell Miss Donna, thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Donna.
You are welcome.
Our heart and the Built by the Red Stick family for coming in and being so vulnerable. Thank you for gracing us with your presence and your knowledge. I learned a lot.
Absolutely.
Especially the difference between mental health and mental illness.
You
see?
you talk about those aha moments, and like it's so crazy how they come. That was literally an aha moment.
Bro, it
for me.
punched me
Like,
so
it was
hard.
so good.
Because I understood it
Instantly.
instantly.
Yeah.
Instantly.
And this is the reason why we do this week in and week out for y'all, so that we can help tear down that stigma. We can break the fear of judgment.
Absolutely.
And let you know that even as people that look like us, it's people that don't look like us, people that got more money than us, less money than us, no matter the religious beliefs, the political backgrounds or whatever. Like, this disease has no picks.
No, it doesn't.
So we're going to continue to be on that front line week in and week out. We're going to continue to bring in fire people like Miss Donna Burks. Miss Donna, where can they reach you if somebody is struggling with mental health or drugs or alcohol abuse? Yeah.
They can reach me at 225
Okay.
388 8617.
You was comfortable with giving
Yes,
the number, right?
yes,
Okay.
most
Say it
definitely.
again for the scammers.
The number is 225 388 8617.
Okay.
Or you can reach me on social media
Next.
at Donna Burks.
On
Yeah.
all platforms like Instagram,
Well, that's Facebook.
Okay.
Instagram, I think, is Star Capri. Instagram, yeah. Instagram
link
is
it in
Star
the bio.
Capri.
Yeah. We'll put
Okay.
everything.
We'll definitely
We'll
link
put
them in the
everything
bio.
link in the description. And
I said link in the bio.
Brit Center for Hope is also where they can find you as well if they're having a crisis. I know it's like a observation unit,
Right.
type, you know.
Right.
So
Which is a great
But
resource.
the
for
best
that
thing
nerd.
is to call me ahead of time
Yeah.
because I'm only PRN there.
there you go. Okay,
So-
and it's a 24-hour facility, correct?
24/7.
7 days a week.
7 days a week. You don't have to have insurance. We have a no open
No turnaround policy.
no closed door.
Yeah,
Yeah, our doors are always open.
right. Like an emergency.
No
room.
wrong door.
Yeah.
No wrong door. That's what it is.
There you go.
No
Okay.
wrong door.
And in case you busy and they can't reach you, it's a holiday or you got something going on. Do they have a number?
24/7. You can reach me 24/7.
Okay. Do the Brit Center have a number? Maybe in case.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, hey, go to Miss Donna. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
So if you or somebody else you know is struggling with drug or alcohol abuse, mental health struggles, please reach out to us. And then you heard the lovely Miss Donna Burks give you her information and how to reach her. You can find me at Ronnie LeDuff on Facebook. You can find my beautiful co-host here, Michael Axelrod Oakley, on Facebook. You can email us at builtbytheredstick@gmail.com. You can leave us a message or buy merch at builtbytheredstick.com. Even join the Patreon. And it's Built by the Red Stick on all platforms. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Don't forget, subscribe, like, share,
Share it.
engage. Until then, we'll be back at the same time, at the same place, with the same producer. Built by the Red Stick. Built by adversity, led by courage.
We love y'all.
Built by the